My name is Akshay Kamble. I'm a Microsoft certified Power BI trainer. I have approximately 6 years of experience. So this is my website, akshaykamble.com. You can visit this website to know more about me. So here you will see I started my company BI Academy in January 2018, and still it is running. So I started as a trainer, I started as a freelancer, and then I started working with I2E consulting. Then I worked with Utegration, which now got acquired by Cognizant. So currently I'm working with Cognizant, and I've completed my MBA. I completed my engineering, computer engineering. After that, I did my MBA, and I did some Azure fundamental certification, Power Platform certification, which is PL 900, which is basic, and I've also done PL 300 certification. So these are the certification I have. I have taught more than 2,300 students. One-to-one, I have taught more than 65 students. And in group training, I've taught more than, we can say 200 students. Majorly, I was also a part of Odisha batch thing, which was organized by Microsoft, NIIT, and Odisha Skill Government. So they did this training, data analytics training for all the Odisha engineering students. So in that batch, we had approximately 6 batches, and in that batches, each batch was having 300 to 400 students. So likewise, in the last year only, I taught approximately 2,000 students, we can say. It was more than 2,000, but a lot of people have not joined. So I can say 2,000 students I taught in that. So approximately, I have overall experience of teaching 2,200 students. I've also done corporate training in Cognizant, Utegration, I2E Consulting, BOE Consulting, then SIES College of Nerul. If you guys are from Mumbai, you must be aware of this college. I've also taught in this what is say AMI Polymer and a lot of different organizations. I also got associated with Ganoholic and different things. So I have a wide, we can say, I have a good experience in teaching in group and in universities and all this stuff. And other than that, I have a LinkedIn followers of 22,000. So yeah, thoda bahut profile अच्छा खासा है जिसके वजह से I can teach you guys and you guys can believe me, right? So I started Power BI this curriculum which I've made, this 50 plus hours of curriculum 3 years back, which I made it by using because back then when I started, I didn't have any proper medium. I didn't have proper trainer or mentor who can guide me. And the courses I've purchased a lot of courses, different from different places, because I was not happy with the material. Someone was there, like it was 8 hours of course, 5 hours of course, etc. So I wanted more. I wanted something on the basis of which I can get a higher position in the company. So I started looking for different varieties of courses. And that time I thought of like me, there are a lot of people who are also interested in interested in courses like this, which have in-depth information. And that's the reason I started this one-to-one training, which have entire 50 plus hours of curriculum. So I have already shared you the curriculum. If you guys have saw the curriculum starting from, we'll start today, we'll be going through the theoretical part where we'll cover the basic of data, vagera. And then we'll go to the advanced part of Power BI. Right after this, after completing the training, we'll be also looking for the dashboard training. We'll be also looking at LinkedIn optimization, resume building, a lot of different sessions we'll be having. Yeah, and the classes will be daily at the same time, 8:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. After 10 p.m., if you have any doubt, we can sit and we can resolve those doubts and queries. All right. Let's see what exactly we'll be creating in this 35 days of our journey. In this 35 days of our journey, we'll be creating 2 dashboards. Dashboard number 1 will be this. This will be a basic B2B dashboard. All right. So this is a 3-page dashboard. We'll be creating this dashboard. This is called basically some people call it report, some people call it dashboard. We'll be discussing about this. What is the difference between report and dashboard during the training, during the today's training. So we'll be creating this kind of report where the left hand side will be slicer. You can select anything and everything will get filtered. So if I click on 2019, you can only see the result of 2019. If I click on 2022, you will see the figure get changed and we can see only 2022, right? If I want to see what is the wholesale result, I'll click on wholesale and everything got changed for only wholesale. I can go to the second page and third page to know things more better. right? This will be the first dashboard which we'll be creating during our 35 days of training. And along with this, we'll be also creating one more dashboard, which will be this. Let's say, Odisha batch 5. I have this. So this will be our second dashboard, which we'll be creating during our journey. It is more advanced dashboard. Because we have the page navigation button, we have the filter. If you click on this button, we get the hidden filter. I'll teach you how to create the hidden filter as well. So if you close this button, we are back to the report. If you click on this button, the filter is getting open. This is the advanced feature. We'll be also looking at the tooltips. If you hover or somewhere else, you'll get a panel which shows in-depth information of the selected visual or selected chart, right? So there is also we'll be also creating drill through page, right? Like suppose I want to know why water bottle is giving us 73 million ka revenue. I want to know why it is giving 73 million of revenue. So I'll click my cursor over there and I'll go in depth into it. And this is a specially page created only for water bottle, where I'll see why water bottle is performing 73 million, because it is distributed in Australia, Canada, France, Germany, United Kingdom, United States, Australia, Canada, everywhere. Also, it is in distributor. It is also in retail. It is also in wholesale, all the three background. So that's why it is performing so good. Right. We'll be also looking at how to create the custom visual. This is called custom visual, which is fancy visuals, which are not available in Power BI. Okay. We'll be looking at how to create that. This is a decomposition tree. This is AI visual. We'll also see how to create an AI visual. And this is, so these are the few things which we'll be creating during our journey. So these two dashboards, I'll teach you how to create. And after that, I'll give you some sample data sets, 5 sample data set to work with. So you need to practice by yourself. And once you have done, so after 1 week, we'll connect and there we'll have a session where you will show your work to me, and I'll give you guide. I'll guide you what to change, how to improve it much better, etc., etc. Right. So these are the few things which we'll be doing. Anyone have any doubt? Wanted to ask anything or want to add anything? If not, then let's start. So let's start our training. Let's start with the first slide of Power BI. Okay. So I want you guys to have a notebook and pen so that you guys can note it. And if anyone wanted to add anything, or if anyone have any doubt or anything, you can ask me in between. Okay. I'll not be able to see your chats. So please unmute yourself and you can ask. Should we start, guys?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay, great. So let's start with a topic, introduction to Power BI. So we'll always start with one question, one basic question, which I always ask in all my training, that we have a lot of different industries. Like we have e-commerce industry, we have entertainment industry, we have e-commerce, we have healthcare, we have manufacturing, marketing, finance, technology, IT, banking, right? We have hospital, we have a lot of different industries. There are more than 150 industries are available. So in all these industries, there is one thing which is very common. What do you think? What is common between all the industries?
Data.
Correct. Data is something which is common everywhere, right? Like, what is data? Do you know what is data and why it is common?
The fact that we collect.
Right. For example, suppose let's take a very basic example of insurance company. Everyone know about Policy Bazaar, right? So suppose I wanted to take my medical insurance. I went to Policy Bazaar and there we have a form. I entered my form. I entered all the details and I purchased the insurance. Medical insurance bhi maine purchase kar diya. After few days, you will start noticing you will receive a lot of calls from this Policy Bazaar department. That, sir, are you interested in term insurance? Sir, are you interested in accidental insurance, this insurance, that insurance, lot of stuff. Why we receive such calls? We receive such calls because we have filled the data in the platform, right? These companies also sell our data to different organizations, different people, like they might sell our data to credit card department, they might sell our data to maybe real estate, etc., etc. And you will start also receiving calls from all those XYZ places, right? That's the reason every industry are now focused, because every industry have a data, and that's the reason every industries are focusing on how to convert this data into insights so that they can achieve good results. So that's why data is very important, and it is something which is common in each and every industry. And if you know what is data, data is something which is a collection of facts such as numbers, descriptions, observations, which are used for decision making. So anything which helps you to take the decision, that is called data. Like for example, my name is Akshay Kamble, right? I'm a Microsoft certified Power BI developer trainer. So this information might help you to understand कि भाई ये certified है तो थोड़ा बहुत सिखा दोगा. When I talk, I did corporate training in different organizations. So you must have understood कि corporate training लिया तो थोड़ा बहुत आता होगा, right? If I ask you, please tell me about yourself. So अभिनीत ने बताया कि he have some data analytics का background. So I can, and we guys can understand that he knows something little about data, right? He is not he is not a beginner. He is intermediate, or he might be some expert who know about Excel, SQL, Python, वगैरह वगैरह. उनको Power BI का brush up करना है. So he already is aware of all the stuff, right? So data is something by using which we can take decisions, basically. So that's the reason we have data. Now data, how we store data? Data is stored in the form of table. Okay, so we know data is a collection of columns and rows. So these are called columns and these are called rows. So data is a collection of columns and rows. Next, how we store the data? Basically, data is stored in three forms. One is structured data, second one is semi-structured data, and the third one is unstructured data. Can anyone tell me the difference between these three? What is structured, what is semi-structured, what is unstructured? What do you think, guys? Yeah, Vineet.
So structured data is our regular tabular format of data.
So structured data is something which is in tabular format, correct?
Then semi-structured data is something which we can easily convert to tabular form.
Correct. Like
And
basically अगर example दिया जाए तो इसका input रहेगा code के अंदर and उसका output रहेगा table के अंदर.
yes.
So whenever we run the code, we get the output in a form of table. That is called semi-structured. Very good. Now what is unstructured?
And then unstructured data is something which we cannot directly convert into tabular form, like regular text, or if we are opening some website, then there is some blog or some text form data is there. So
Correct.
that's all unstructured
Like
data.
our PDF files.
Yes.
Right. So they are unstructured because they are not organized. They are random stuff. We can't clean it. We can't, we can clean it. It is very difficult to clean it, by the way. But yeah, it is something which is not in a proper tabular format. So these are the three types of data: structured, semi-structured, and unstructured. And why we are learning these three types of data, I don't want to go that basic, but the reason we are learning these three types of data is because Power BI is capable enough to connect all the three types of data, whether it is structured, whether it is semi-structured, or it is unstructured, does not matter. It can connect the data, and in Power BI, by using Power Query, we can clean that data and create visuals out of it. Okay, so I'll be sharing you this PDF so that you can have a revision and all the stuff. But if you want to know more about structured data, this is structured data. You can read this. It is in a form of rows and columns. Example क्या है इसका? इसका example is CSV file, Excel file. Basically, this is what structured data is. Then not CSV file, we can say Excel file is a part of structured data. Then we have semi-structured data. Semi-structured data is like, let's take an example of SQL, right? Like in SQL, if I want to create a table, I write a command, create table. Then I write add columns, column 1, column 2, column 3. And whenever I run this code, I'll get the output in a form of table, right? That is semi-structured data, like JSON file, like CSV file. These are called semi-structured data. Then we have unstructured data like images, PDF, document, video, GIF, right? Anything, binary data, all these are unstructured data because we can't, it is not in a form of tabular format and it's very difficult to clean it. Okay, so now let's understand what is data type. किसी को पता है data type के बारे में?
Akshay, could you please repeat the third one, like this unstructured data?
Yeah, so unstructured data is a data which is not organized in any predefined manner. It is not in a proper manner. Like ये table भी नहीं है और ये code भी नहीं है. It is just a random data, like an image. Like जैसे कि ये देख रहे हो आप, this is an image, right? Or a PDF file, or your video or audio. All this stuff it is very difficult to retrieve data from an image, right? अगर मुझे एक image में से कुछ data निकालना, it is very difficult. So that is called unstructured data. लेकिन Power BI में हम लोग उस image को use करके we can create some visuals out of it.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Then let's discuss about data types. What is data types? Anyone know what is data type? Just giving a thing idea. आपको SQL में आपने पढ़ा होगा about data type. Anyone remember?
It's a type of values.
Or we can say a type of column.
Yeah.
Type of
Whatever
column.
that is told. Yes.
Correct. Let's understand that. So this is our structured data. This is a table. So if you see carefully, this is a customer key. Okay. So customer key के अंदर if you observe, we have lot of numbers. 11,001, 11,002, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. etc. That means, can we say this column is a number column? Right? It is a number column because all the rows, all the data inside this is number.
Yes.
Right? So we can say the data type of this customer key column is number or numeric. Next, if you see first name, if you see it is John, Eugen, Ruben, etc., etc., and this all are text. So we can say this column is a text column. So what is the use of defining the column data type? What is the use of saying it is a number column or it is a text column? Like for example, suppose I want to do addition, और मुझे दो कॉलम को ऐड करना है. Suppose I try to add customer key with first name. Is it possible to add customer key with first name?
No.
No, right? Because customer key is a number, first name is a text. So it will definitely give error. So in Power BI, if you define this data type that it is a number column, it is a text column. So if mistakenly, if you try to select this two column, and if you try to see where is the addition formula or the addition function will be disabled, because in Power BI, the functions get enabled as per the data type. If your data type is number, your Power BI will say, Power BI will only show you number of operations. That's it. It will not show you text operations. But if you select first name, Power BI will only show you text operations. It will not show you number operation. So that mistakenly you don't do addition, multiplication, subtraction, etc., etc. Are you guys understanding? Okay, I guess you guys are understanding. Guys, you can unmute yourself and you can speak, right? I believe in interaction. Otherwise, it feels quite boring that you're teaching to screen. That's the reason I'm not on YouTube yet. I just started because I tried creating YouTube videos a lot of time, but I feel very boring to talk with camera and I end up doing it. Yeah, so please speak. So we have different data types. We have text data type in Power BI. We have whole number, decimal, date and time, and Boolean. In Power BI, text data type is represented as ABC. इसका symbol ऐसा रहेगा. Symbol will be ABC. Number will be like 1, 2, 3. Decimal number will look like 1.2. Date and time will look like calendar. Assume this is a calendar. I'm very bad in drawing. And a clock. So calendar and a clock. Okay, and Boolean will be like true or false. And all this stuff. So this will be the symbol of data types. Text means it's a text column, number column, decimal column, data type, and Boolean. This is all about data types. So यहाँ तक सब data का बारे में था. So we have discussed about data. Let's understand about BI. What is BI? So before starting what is BI, I want to know, do you know what is the full form of BI?
Business
It is-
intelligence.
Sorry, business?
Business intelligence.
Correct. It is business intelligence. And business intelligence is not a software. It is a tool. Okay. So just never say we are using Power BI software. We are using Tableau software. They are tools. There's a difference between software and tools. I hope you guys know. So business intelligence is a tool. Okay. And by using this business intelligence tool, what you can do, we can convert our data into charts or reports. So business intelligence is a tool which convert your random data or a raw data into a charts. Let's see what is its actual definition. So its actual definition is it converts raw data into meaningful information. Okay, so if anyone asks what is Power BI, this is something very basic question. I don't think so it will ever ask in the interview. But suppose if anyone asks, so you say it converts your raw data into meaningful information. Even if it is Power BI, Tableau, ClickView, there are different BI tools. All of them work the same. Okay. Next is, what does this do? It helps you to identify the market trend and spot business problem that need to be addressed. So it helps you to identify the market trend if your market is going up or down. Like for example, if you have a data in Excel format, so it is very difficult to understand that at the end of the year, the business is going up or down. Let's say we have table like this. It is 1st of January 2024, 2nd of January 2024, 3rd of January, like this we have data. 1st of January ko we have a business of let's say 1 lakh, 2nd of January ko 1.5, 3rd of January ko we had a loss of 2 lakh, 3rd of January ko kuch aur business hua, right? So it is very difficult to understand that after this, like it is more than 35 days now, we completed 1 month. So 1 month ke andar business ऊपर गया या फिर नीचे गया, we don't know because it is just in a form of dates. But when we convert this table into a line chart or any chart, so we'll get to know that at the end of the day, the business was going up, then फिर third को नीचे गया, फिर वापस ऊपर गया, फिर नीचे गया, वगैरह वगैरह. So we'll get to know that business is going up in upward direction or downward direction. So you can find out the trend in the business basically. So that is the main purpose of doing business intelligence or learning BI tools, that it helps you to identify the market trend. It helps you to identify the business story of the business, right? I always ask my students that your mindset should not be something like you need to create reports, right? Whenever I have a career consultation call or when anyone call me, they I always say that Akshay, मुझे data वगैरह थोड़ा समझ में आता है. I know Power BI is a drag and drop tool. I hate when they say this. Power BI is not a drag and drop tool. It looks like drag and drop tool by using which you can create the charts, but Power BI is something by using which you can tell story, right? So if you want to become a Power BI developer or Tableau developer or a data analyst, you need to think that you are a director, right? So what director does? A movie director have a script. So what he does, he read the script and he convert that script in a movie. So your job role is the same, that you need to think like you have a random data, and by using that random data, you need to create a story, you need to create a movie, you need to create a proper report. By using that report, just by glancing at that report, people can understand that business is what is the exact business. Yahan par upar ja raha hai, why the product is performing best, why the performance of the product is low, etc., etc. They can analyze everything just by looking at the visual. All right. So if you create a report, and if your manager is asking you to explain the report, that means your report is failed. Your report should be self-explanatory, right? No one need to explain the report. If anyone is asking you, client or someone else is asking you, ki kya bana hai, please explain the report, that means it is totally failed. The report should be self-explanatory. That is the agenda. That should be your agenda of creating report, and we'll be learning that. Okay. So let's see how Power BI or how any BI tool works. So Power BI or any BI tool work in this 5 steps. Let's understand this 5 steps. The number 1 step is finding the need of the business. I saw this a lot of time. What people think is what Power BI developer job is, see the data, take the data into Power BI and convert into charts. This is not the step, right? सबसे पहले आपको data को study करना पड़ेगा. You need to study the data. If you can understand the data, if you can understand the key insights of the data, then only you can create the report. That's why first step is to identify the need. So whenever you got the data, you need to ask 4 questions, 4 W's basically. First W is, what is the data? Second is, where it is stored. You need to know the location, right? It is stored in Excel, it is stored in SQL, it is stored in Azure, right? It is stored in website, where exactly it is stored. Third question is, for whom we are creating this? किसके लिए बना रहे? Are we creating for a manager? Are we creating for an investor? Are we creating this report for a clerk? Or are we creating this report for a team, right? So because as per the answer, the creation of report get changed. Suppose we are creating the report for a manager. So manager need all the information of everything. So he need to know about products. he need to know about the orders, he want to know about business, he want to know about the customers, he also need to know about the employees of the company. So manager needs to know everything about the business. But if you are creating for the investor, so investor only need to know profit and loss. Last time kitna profit hua tha? Now what is the profit? How much was the loss, etc., etc. So by knowing this question, for whom we are creating the report, your way of representing the report will get changed. Number of pages will get changed. Elements in the report will get changed. Are you guys understanding? Am I going too fast?
No, it's good.
No, it's good.
Yeah, because this is something very basic, so that's why I'm going a little fast. But if you think I'm going fast, so let me know. I'll have a normal pace. So the fourth question is why we are doing this. What is the reason? Suppose I didn't ask this question and I got the data and I created a report with 1 page product, 1 page for sales, and let's say 1 page for employee. Okay. And when I show this report to the end user, to the client, they are not happy. Why? जब मैंने पूछा उनसे तब मुझे पता चला कि that they said उनका report बनाने का purpose was because last year में they had a 1 CR का loss. So they wanted to know why they had a loss and how to overcome that loss. So basically they wanted to know in-depth information about the sales, about the business, right? So उनको उनके report के अंदर क्या चाहिए? They wanted more about profit, more about loss, which product is performing good, which product is performing very bad, right? Which are their top 5 products, which are their bottom 5 products, right? How much losses they are getting from which type of the sale, right? How much they are investing in digital marketing, this marketing, that marketing, how much revenue they are generating after that marketing. So they want to know in-depth information of everything about the sales and revenue and etc. etc. They are not interested in thoda information of everything. So that's why is very important. So whenever you get the data, first thing is you need to ask this 4 Ws. What is the data, where it is stored, whom we are creating this report, and why we are doing this. What is the purpose of creating all the stuff? If you know all this stuff, then you'll understand the data, right? Then you will understand the requirement of the business or requirement of the report. So this is also something which is very important, requirement of the report. And if you know the requirement of the report, then creating the visuals over here become more smoother. Okay. So now we understood the first step. Once first step is done, now come the actual step, that is step number 2, which is collecting the data. So now we know what is the data and where it is stored. So by these 2 questions, I got to know I have, let's say 20 tables and they are stored in Excel, few data is stored in SQL, few data is stored in Azure, etc. etc. They are stored in multiple places. So in step number 2, that is in collection step, I'll connect all the data at one place, collect and store all the data at one place. That is the role of collecting the data, which is also known as extract. This step is also known as extract. Okay. Once you collect the data, so you got to know we have 20 tables and we collected all the 20 tables. So now we also have a requirement. We understood the requirement in step number 1. So as per the requirement, I got to know in one table, I have 100 columns. But as per the requirement, only 20 columns are necessary. So rest of the 80 columns are of no use. So in step number 3, what I'll do is I'll clean the data. So step number 3 is basically cleaning the data. That means also known as analyze. So here we'll clean the unwanted data. So I'll delete the 80 columns so that we'll only have 20 columns in our record. So I don't need to waste more time to find the data. So I'll only keep the data which are required to create the visual. Rest of the data I'll be deleting. समझ में आ रहा है आपको?
Yes.
This is step number 3. Then we have step number 4, which is the step जिसके लिए people start learning Power BI. That is creating visual. So in step number 4, finally you'll create a report. So here we'll create report, right? So if you have wanted to become a Power BI developer, your job is not only to create the report. Your job is to find out the need, extract the data, clean the data, and then build the report. So here we'll build the report. Once you build the report, then what is the use of that report? The use of that report is to share with the client, to share with the decision maker. So step number 5 is sharing your report or sharing your work with the decision maker so that they can take decision out of it. कि ठीक है business ऊपर जा रहा है नीचे जा रहा है, so they can perform some necessary operations in the backend. So this is the journey of a Power BI developer. Okay, first you need to understand the need, then extract the data, then clean the data, then create report out of, and then share the report with your decision maker. You can note down this step. It is also asked in interview. If you are a fresher, if you are showing some experience, then this question will not be asked. But for freshers, they always ask what are the different types of steps involved in report building. So you need to say this 5 steps. I hope there is no doubt in this, no questions.
Akshay, I have a question.
Yeah, Mira.
Many times it happens that you have data, the clients already have a data and they want you to create a report, but sometimes it happens that they don't have a data, they're not collecting anything, but they have some problem that they're following the process and they want to create some dashboard, like we want to see the status. It has happened with me last quarter.
Okay.
We wanted to see the dashboard, but they don't have the data. So how we deal with that situation? Because many times they changes the data columns and they every time they change the data. So,
Okay, so
after creating the report and then in Excel they start changing it. So how we can deal with that situation?
so you're talking about they don't have data. No, you must be talking about they don't have requirement, right?
Oh, they have a requirement, like they
have a
wanted to see some status, but
Okay.
they don't have a structured data like we use in this.
So they have some dummy
Yeah,
data, or maybe
structured
they have some
data.
unstructured data.
Yeah, or they don't know which data to collect for that
Okay.
for the requirement.
Okay, so suppose in that situation, you need to make sure that you have proper communication with the client. So what I do is, I saw a lot of people, what they do is once they get the project, they spend only 1 or 2 hours with the data and they start building the report. That is not the
Correct.
correct way.
Okay.
You need to spend at least 7 to 8 hours with data, at least 7 to 8 hours.
Okay.
So you need to know each and everything in the data. So what I do is I ask the client to have a meeting where they will explain me the data, whether it is structured, whether it is unstructured, does not matter. But you need to have a meeting and you need to explain me the data. So now during the meeting, I'll make notes. So suppose
Okay.
they will explain me everything in half an hour. So because I've made notes, because I know from this data, I'll be creating the report. So I'll ask a lot of questions. So suppose if I'm not knowing anything, so the first question what I'll ask is, what is the size of data?
Okay.
Right. So suppose the data is more than 1 GB, that means because Power BI का एक ये है कि which will be covering in after this, that Power BI only support till 1 GB of data.
Okay.
1 GB से ज़्यादा data होगा तो Power BI का आपको premium version purchase करना पड़ेगा, something like that. So we'll be discussing that. But suppose if this is less than 1 GB या फिर near to 1 GB, then I know I can use import version. What is the import version? We'll be looking at this afterward. But that is one thing which gets clear. What is as per the size of the data. Second thing, what I'll ask is, what is the data source where you have stored the data? Excel, SQL, Azure, जो भी है. तो suppose वो बोलते हैं कि नहीं storage हमारे पास नहीं है.
We don't store any data.
So that means what? They are not clear. So there only I stop it and I ask, I want a proper storage, because you think Power BI is a drag and drop tool, but Power BI is not. Power BI needs a proper storage because there is a lot of process after it. We need to spend weeks in cleaning the data. We need to spend hours in data modeling. So if you just keep on changing the data source, things will not work. So let's do one thing. Let's first sit somewhere and let's structure the data properly. Let's place the data in a proper platform, maybe let's in Excel, and then we'll start Power BI work. So that's how I tackle the situation.
Oh, okay.
I don't take the project unless and until the data storage or the data source is fixed.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because बाद में फिर अपने को सर दर्द होता है that because they change the data source, then again we need to change the things in Power BI.
Yeah, because many clients think कि ये drag and drop tool ही है, आपको just change तो करना ही, वो तुरंत हो जाएगा.
Correct. So maximum जो होते हैं ना, उनकी भी गलती नहीं है. They are from different background. जो managers होते हैं.
Correct.
They are good in Azure. They might be good in something else. They don't know what BI tool. They think कि Power BI का सिर्फ एक वीडियो देख लिया YouTube पे. They think it is just बना के easy है. So that's why time deadline भी वो लोग बहुत कम देते हैं. One week या फिर
1 week, just 1 day.
Yeah, वो भी
data
होता है.
and they expect tomorrow एक report आ जाना चाहिए.
हाँ, so उस समय you need to be very strong with your point. You need to take the stand. No, it is not. Explain the process basically. It is not their mistake because they are also new in it. So you need to explain them. It requires Power Query where I need to clean the data. Then I need to model it. I'll show you the steps after this. There are 12 steps to create a dashboard. You need to explain these 12 steps to them. Then they will understand.
Yes, thank you.
No problem. Anyone else have any doubt, or should we go ahead? No? Let's go ahead. Let's understand the benefits of BI. This is never asked in an interview. सिर्फ आपको knowledge के लिए I'm sharing this. Benefits of BI is it makes easy to access and share information. Like suppose if I have Excel file, let's say Umara is having an Excel file, and if और उन्होंने Excel के अंदर एक report बनाया, ठीक है, एक chart बनाया, because we can create reports in Excel also. So Umara ने create किया and I like the file. So मैं उनसे बोल रहा हूँ कि Umara, can you share that file with me? So how she will share the file? What do you think? What is the way of sharing Excel files? Anyone knows? Excel तो use किया होगा ना आप लोगों ने?
Mainly through mails.
Yeah, we share through mails, pen drive, या फिर सब. There are a lot of different ways of sharing it. Mainly ज़्यादा करके organization में mails use होते हैं. Let's say हुमारा ने वो मुझे share किया and I have the file, but what happens is I have the original file now. So what I can do is I can change the name from Humara and I'll make it Akshay Kamble and I'll share ahead to someone else by saying it is my file. कुछ कर सकते हैं क्या Humara उसके ऊपर? नहीं, because there is no security available in Power BI, right? There is no access कि Humara को ऐसा कुछ option नहीं है that Akshay can't share it further. There is no option. So in this situation, Power BI plays a major role. So suppose if I'm creating a Power BI report, and if Humara shares that Power BI report with me, I can see that file, but I can't share that file to someone else. I can't share without Humara's permission. So I need to ask Humara that, Humara, can you give me the access to share the file? So she will ask why I need to share, etc., etc. And if she give me the access, then only I can share ahead. Otherwise, I can't share. So that is what access, or that is what security we have in Power BI, which is not there in any, which is not there in Excel or any normal tool. Okay. Next, it enables real-time analysis and quick navigation. इसका मतलब क्या है कि suppose I have created chart, ठीक है, यहाँ पर मैंने bar chart बनाया, यहाँ पे I have created a donut chart, etc., etc. And now backend में the data got changed. Earlier there were 5,000 rows. Now they added more 2,000 rows. So now we have 7,000 rows. So now because 2,000 rows also get added, so जो revenue है, जो profit है, all these things got changed. So don't worry, it will be real timely. It will affect to my system. So you will see the figure will get changed in a real time. So you don't need to wait, or you don't need to go to Power BI and do the changes, or again, you don't need to again connect the data. Everything will be very quick in real time. Here you can also help to identify the waste in the system. So here, because of trend, you will understand the business is going up or down. Suppose you know from here the business is going down. So it is something which is creating some issue. So this is something which is waste. So you can perform some necessary operation to work on it. Reduce the risk of bottleneck. So you can here understand, suppose let's take an example. I have multiple products and this product is going into loss. So I know if I keep on working in the same way, my business revenue will go down. So instead of doing this, we can remove this product from the list. So we can remove this product and we can sell only the products which are profitable product, so that we can reduce the risk of going to loss in the company, right? That is what it is. It helps you to know your business better. Like for example, suppose you go from one company to other company, you switch your company. So generally we on the first or second day we have a KT in the company, right? Knowledge transfer. हुआ होगा सब लोगों के साथ में knowledge transfer. Knowledge transfer process is the very boring process, because understanding the data, right? Understanding business is very complicated. It's very boring. लेकिन अगर वही चीज को हम लोग Power BI के थ्रू क्रिएट करें, if we create a charts and we show the charts to them, it becomes more interactive. It becomes more सामने वाले को ज्यादा better समझ में आएगा. It will be very quick. So that is what it. You can understand the business very easily, and it helps you to improve the decision of the business. So you will be the key decision maker in the company, because you are creating the reports. So you'll be able to sit with the CEOs and founders of the company. So you'll get a chance to meet those high people, because you are the one who will create the report, right? So वो लोग आपको directly connect करेंगे. So all the people who likes to work with the high end of the company, right? So they can look for Power BI. Power BI is the best thing. मेरे को काफी बार ऑप्शन मिला है व्हेन आई वाज वेरी न्यू. सो जो कॉन्टेक्ट्स जो हुए हैं वी कैन से, और टुडे आई स्टार्टेड माय ओन कंपनी, all this thing got came from Power BI only, because initially when I started Power BI, I was sitting with my CEO of the company and he was telling me कि अक्षय ये कर वो कर. So when you sit with a CEO ना, you understand the vibe, you understand things. हम लोग बात भी करते थे. So when I used to talk, तो मैं उनसे पूछता था कि सर how you started the business, कैसे किया, क्या किया, how you manage all this business. So अपने stories बताते थे, and from that I took few good points and I started my own company. Right, so you get you get that kind of background, you get that kind of environment basically. So yeah, that is what Power BI developer का benefit is. अभी देखते हैं, there are a lot of BI tools available. We have, if you see, we have more than 155 products available in the market. अभी इतने सारे products है तो कोई तो अच्छा होगा और कोई तो बुरा होगा. So let's understand which one is good. So क्या हुआ है, there are analysts, top analysts कुछ होते हैं, उन्होंने कुछ BI tools को rate किया है. So they have rated, the top business analysts have rated few BI tools and they have find out top 10 business intelligence tool as per January 2023. अभी तक January 2024 का रिजल्ट आया नहीं है, so that's why I'm showing you the last year का record. Once it is come, I'll update it and I'll show to you. So the top 10 BI tools as per top business analyst ratings is Power BI with 90% rating. Then we have Oracle with 87% rating, MicroStrategy, Spotify, ClickSense, SAS, Domo, Sysens, Tableau, SAP Analytics. So you can see there are a lot of different BI tools available, and out of this all the BI tools, Power BI is at the number 1 position. Okay, ये तो हो गया analyst rating, but we are the user. We don't care about analyst. We care about people like us, you and me, right? So हम लोग क्या करते हैं, हमारे friend को पूछते हैं कि भाई movie कैसे लगी. If he says it's good, then we go and watch the movie, right? Similar way, let's understand what users are talking about BI tools. So January 2023 में Gartner is a company which identifies the trend of the different software on the basis of user usage. So they have divided the BI tools as per different quadrants. We have challengers, we have niche player, visionaries, and we have leaders. And if you see in the leader segment, we have these 3 products or 3 BI tools. One is ClickView, second one is Tableau, and the third one is Microsoft Power BI. So you can see Power BI is leading at number 1 as per analyst and as per Gartner rating. That means we are learning the right product. And Power BI is leading at the number of position from last 5 years, not from 1 or 2 years, from last 5 years. So because it is leading at number 1 position from last 5 years, so it is the best tool in the market to learn. Okay. So so that's the we are learning Power BI. And before learning Power BI, let's understand something about ETL. Anyone know what is ETL?
Extract, transform, load.
Correct. ETL का full form है extract, transform, load. So what do you mean by this? ये क्या करता है? What does it do? What it does? What do you think?
So in simple words, it is just that extract is the part of the process where we collect the data from multiple sources and then collate it into one, and then transform is where we clean the data and format the data to make it more usable, and then load is I guess we are uploading the data to some tool where we can analyze or get some insights out of that.
Correct, Abhinath, and correct, Vinita. It is something which basically it is a software or it is a tool which clean your data. Okay, which cleans your data. Cleans like what? So suppose data is stored in multiple places. So we collect the data in one place, that is called extract. In transform, we clean the data, and in load, we save the clean data. So that is what ETL is. So this is what it works. So in extract, you can see these are the data sources basically. ये suppose ये Excel है, ये CSV है, ये let's say ये SQL है, right? ये दूसरा Excel का फाइल है, वगैरह वगैरह. ये दूसरा Excel का फाइल है. So we have data in different multiple places. So we are collecting the data at one place, and here we are cleaning the data. And so here the output will be raw data. So raw data we are putting inside it, and here they clean the data. Clean मतलब क्या करना है? We are removing the unwanted stuff, deleting the unwanted columns. Like for example, here we have a table with 100 columns, but we know we only want 20 columns. So here we'll clean the data and we only keep 20 columns, 80 कॉलम्स को हम लोग डिलीट कर देंगे. We'll change the data type, we'll delete the rows, right? We'll try to remove the error, वगैरह वगैरह. So that is called cleaning part, that is called transformation part. And once you have a clean data, so you save that clean data into a BI tool. That is what ETL is. Correct. Transform, inverse, cleaning, and then load to prepare reports. Correct. So you save the data in BI tool so that you can create a report. Anyone know any ETL? किसी को पता है what एक कोई ETL tool, कोई example of ETL tool?
Alteryx.
Alteryx, very good. Alteryx is a software by using which you can clean the data. It is a paid software. It is but very good software. Anything else?
Then I think there's Informatica also.
Any popular ETL tool which everyone must have used? हम सभी ने एक ETL tool को use
SAP is also there. SAP is very widely used.
Yeah, but SAP is something which majorly people have not used. But I know one ETL tool which is used by everyone in this call, in this meeting. Anyone know that ETL tool? आप लोगों ने use किया उसको?
Actually, Excel is the most basic
Correct.
one.
Excel is the most basic ETL tool. So we can say Excel is an ETL tool. We don't know that, but in Excel, majorly we clean the data. If you don't know such hi-fi ETL tools like Alteryx, and Python is also an ETL tool where we can clean the stuff. Lot of cleaning we can do in Python also. But suppose you don't know scripts, you don't know Python language, you don't have Alteryx का knowledge. If you don't know the software, तो आप majorly आप data को Excel के अंदर भी clean कर सकते हो. So Excel in the starting stage, Excel was the primary ETL tool we can say, and then all the other ETL tools started coming in the market. Okay, and इसी चीज को start करते हुए Microsoft भी Excel का है और Power भी Microsoft का है. Sorry, Excel भी Microsoft का और Power BI भी Microsoft का है. Microsoft is a parent company of both Excel and Power BI. So what Microsoft has done is they have created one more ETL tool which is quite similar to Excel but more advanced than Excel. और उस ETL tool को नाम दिया उन्होंने Power Query. And they have added Power Query inside Power BI. So no need of learning any ETL tool, no need of learning Excel, no need of learning Alteryx, no need of learning Python, no need of learning anything. You can learn Power Query and you can clean your data inside Power BI only. Okay. And if you know Excel, Power Query will be more, it will be like very easy for you. It will be like cakewalk to you because Power Query is the advanced part of Excel. But even if you don't know, no worries, we'll be learning Power Query from tomorrow. For 10 hours, हम लोग सिर्फ Power Query पढ़ेंगे. So you'll understand Power Query in depth. Okay, so that is what ETL tool is. Next, these are some benefits of ETL tool. Just going very fast. It is already 9:30. So raw data is something which retrieve and transform before saving. So here you can transform it and save it, the raw data. It's suitable for smaller system, simpler model. Here you can do some basic data cleaning task. You can remove the duplication of data. Here you can format the data. Here you can, if you have data privacy issue, so you can hide those columns or you can delete those columns. Here you can work on SSIS model. So all these are the benefits of ETL tool. It is never asked in interview. No worries to learn this, but just for your common sense or just for your knowledge, I'm talking about ETL tool. So this is what ETL tool is. And now, because we know data, we know BI tool, we know ETL tool. Let's see what is Power BI and let's understand Power BI. Before that, do you know the full form of BI inside Power BI? ये तो इंटरव्यू में नहीं पूछते, but just because we are learning this tool, तो उसका full form भी पता होना चाहिए, right? It is a good thing. Anyone knows what is the full form of BI in Power BI tool? Power का full form नहीं है, BI का full form है. Anyone wanted to guess? अगर आप लोग मुझे LinkedIn पे फॉलो करते हो तो मैंने एक बार पोस्ट भी डाला था उसके रिगार्डिंग. आप में से कोई नहीं करता है.
Business intelligence is, it's not business intelligence.
Yeah, it is not business intelligence. It is business insights.
Okay.
It's Power Business Insights. That is what the full form is. मुझे भी काफी टाइम तक लगा था it is business intelligence, but कुछ साल पहले ही मुझे पता चला कि it is not business intelligence. It was a shock for me that it is business insights. So that is what Power BI is. Power Business Insights. This is what the logo. It is an old logo now. They have changed the logo. So yeah, this is what Power BI. Let's understand what is Power BI. Power BI is a business intelligence tool that helps you to clean and convert data into visual format where you can create different reports and dashboards. So what the definition is that it converts your raw data into meaningful information. But agar aapko, you want a proper definition, so this is the definition, that it cleans and convert. So basically, Power BI does not only clean the data or does not only create visuals out of data, it also clean the data. So there are two steps in Power BI. One is cleaning and second one is visual. So Power BI is the only BI tool which can also clean your data. Other BI tool can't clean the data. Tableau can't clean the data. ClickView can't clean the data. So only Power BI is there which can clean the data and as well as create the visuals. So that's why it is number one tool, we can say. And by using which you can create reports and dashboards. That means what? Report and dashboard both are different things. They are not same. For all other BI tools like Tableau, ClickView, all the stuff, reports and dashboards are same. But in Power BI, reports are different and dashboards are different. We'll learn about this in after few slides. But these are two different stuff. Okay, let's understand what is the career in Power BI, because that's the reason we are all learning this tool. That is the reason of learning Power BI. And talking about career, data is future. So everything related to data is something which will be always in demand. So the position of data analyst, data science, data developers, data engineers, all this will be in high demands, BI developers, right? Because everyone is storing the data. Pehle kya hota tha? It was only related to only one field, that was IT field. So only IT field mein hi ye sab useful tha. But nowadays, every organization is saving data, whether it is hospital, you go to hospital, you fill the form, right? They also store the records of their patients. You go to real estate, first thing they give you is form, you fill the form, right? You pick any industry, every industry is storing the data. And today or tomorrow, they want to know the information of you, or they want to know the insights of their business. They want to see how about their data in a proper structured way, in a proper visual way, basically. So visual way mein kaun kar sakta hai? Only BI tool. That's why BI tool ka future is huge, right? Abhi start hua hai. Nowadays, other companies or other industries have started accepting BI tools, but slowly every industry will have a BI tool, BI developer. Okay, and the future will be very good. So if you are looking for a career, to create a career in Power BI or to look for a career in Power BI, this is the best option. Next is responsibility. If you look for a career, what will be your roles and responsibility in the company? Your roles and responsibility will be to create a detailed summary of large amount of data. So basically, you will get a large amount of data. You will not get a small data. Huge MBs and GBs में आपको data मिलेगा, where quick decision based on insights provided. जिसमें से आपको quick decision लेना है based on the insights. You need to create a quick report, right? So that is what your role is. So you need to create such role जिसके वजह से people can take quick decision. You need to create such reports. That is what the responsibility is. Next is duty. What will be your duty? Your duty will be that data may not be in ready format. That means what? You will never receive clean data. You will be lucky if you receive clean data. 90% of time, you will receive unstructured data or semi-structured data. You will never receive structured data. You need to clean it. You need to spend a lot of time cleaning it, and then you can convert reports. Okay. So first you need to clean the data, then you need to create the report. That is what your duty is. Don't think that it is just a drag and drop tool. You need to clean the data. You need to write the code for it. DAX function likhna padega aapko. We'll come to DAX function after this. So what are the skills required to get the job? First thing is, you should know basic Excel knowledge. Kyun basic Excel? Because जो startups होते हैं, their data is stored in Excel. अगर थोड़ी company अच्छी है, if they have a big company, their data will be stored in SQL. So 90% of companies usually store their data in Excel or SQL, right? So that's why these two skills are needed, because their data will be stored in these two platforms. उसके अलावा there will be other companies who might be storing data in Azure and different places, but majority of companies are storing their data either in Excel or in SQL. अभी तक तो, as per the records which I have observed. So that's why these two things are compulsory. Iska basic knowledge है, advanced basic knowledge. After that, because data is not a clean format, you need to clean the data. So data को clean करने के लिए you should learn Power Query, right? Because you are not bringing one table in Power BI, you are connecting 20, 50, 100 of table inside Power BI. So in सारे tables के बीच में you need to create relations, right? So that's why you require data modeling, which is used for relationship of table. Okay. Okay, I was talking about a joke, then I thought few people might get offended, so that's why leave it. Okay, so data modeling here we build relations of tables. Then we have chart selection, because in Power BI, we have by default 30 charts and we have 300 charts available in this Microsoft Marketplace. So what is Marketplace? Let's discuss that. Suppose you purchase a new phone, new mobile phone. So there will be few applications which will be pre-installed, right? Like camera, like calendar, clock, etc., etc. Those are called pre-install apps, right? But suppose you want to install games, or if you want to install Instagram, WhatsApp, right, Facebook, etc., etc., then you go to Play Store or App Store, and from there you install the stuff, right? So that is what Marketplace is. So 30 charts are inbuilt charts which are available inside Power BI. But in Power BI, we also have a Marketplace from where you can install different charts. So we have 300 charts available in Marketplace, approximately 300 charts, which you can install and you can use them. Few are paid, few are free. We'll be discussing this in advance during a report building topic, but this is what exactly it is. So हम लोग बोल सकते हैं कि roughly 350 charts हैं हमारे पास. Roughly, just giving a rough example, we have 350 charts, 300 to 350 charts we have. So which chart to select when? That is a big question. So that's why chart selection is also a skill, because I saw a lot of people are creating good reports, but the reports are not speaking good. The reports are not telling story. Why? Because जहां पर bar chart use करना चाहिए वहां पर they have used waterfall chart, right? जहां पर line chart use करना चाहिए वहां पर they have used some other chart, pie chart, donut chart. So you should not, because मैंने देखा है what people do is they try to add all the different charts in their report. तो bar chart हो गया, pie chart बना दिया, ये हो गया तो waterfall बना दिया, ये हो गया तो line chart बना दिया. You should not create a report like this with different charts. You should create a report on the basis of, उसमें अगर दो ही चार्ट होगा तभी भी चलेगा, but those two charts should talk about the data very properly. So अगर आप देखोगे तो lot of people have only bar charts in their report, सिर्फ bar chart दिखा देंगे. Why? Because bar chart speak very good. मतलब वो we can understand a lot of things from bar chart. So it does not matter when you have a lot of same visuals or you are using multiple visuals. The thing which matter is how your data is explaining, how you are able to explain the data. आपके डेटा में से कुछ समझ में आ रहा है या नहीं? Are you able to tell the story or not? That is what is required. So chart selection is something which is also a skill. Then the next skill you require is interactive dashboard building. That means what? कि अभी this is, suppose this is my report, and suppose I selected this bar chart, sorry, this pie chart. So rest of the things should also get selected. जो अभी मैंने अपने report में दिखाया था, if you remember, I shown you one sample report. There I selected 2019 and everything got changed. That is called interactive dashboard building. Everything is interactive with each other. That is also a skill. Then you should know Power BI service is a platform where you upload your report or publish your report. It is a cloud platform. Then you should know about DAX. DAX क्या है? DAX is like a formula of function. You need to write those functions in Power BI. Suppose I'll just give you a quick example of DAX. Suppose I have product name. I know its cost price. I know its selling price. But in the requirement, I need to create profit. I don't have profit. So I need to write the formula of profit. Profit formula is what? Selling price minus cost price. So I'll write a formula, profit equal to selling price minus cost price. And by this formula, a new column will get added in my table. That is called DAX. So you should know all the skills to get the job. And don't worry, we'll be learning all the skills during our training. Except Excel and SQL, we'll be learning everything in our curriculum of 35 days. Talking about Excel and basic SQL, it is very basic. So DAX formulas cover करेंगे, sum, mean, max, average. So those formulas are also available in Excel. So your basic Excel भी हो जाएगा. And SQL के लिए I have few I have already created 3 videos on YouTube. You can watch those videos. And I'll be also uploading few more videos on SQL and Excel. So आपका वहां से भी revision हो जाएगा. Okay. Otherwise, at least I'll give you some good resources to learn. So don't worry about it. Any doubt in this? Or anyone wanted to add anything, or anyone have any anyone wanted to ask any question?
Sir, I'm not having any knowledge of basic Excel and SQL, so I want a bit information on it.
Yeah, Excel और SQL का क्या knowledge लगता है? That suppose I'm running a company. Okay, suppose क्या मैं तो run कर रहा हूँ. So I want a person to create the report. अभी जो मेरा डेटा है, it is stored in Excel. क्योंकि मेरा इतना बड़ा कंपनी है, मेरा कंपनी इतना बड़ा नहीं है, मेरा छोटा सा कंपनी है. तो मेरे पास क्या क्या रिकॉर्ड है कि मेरे इस साल में कितने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ में मैंने काम किया, कितने स्टूडेंट को मैंने सिखाया, कितने स्टूडेंट ने फीस पे किया, कितने स्टूडेंट का फीस पेंडिंग है, राइट, कितने स्टूडेंट को जॉब मिला, कितने स्टूडेंट्स को जॉब बचा है, राइट, उसके अलावा कहाँ कहाँ पे मुझे ट्रेनिंग के लिए इन्वाइट किया. सो आई हैव अ रिकॉर्ड लाइक दिस. So if I wanted to create a chart out of it, so what I'll do is, suppose I hire someone और उनको मैं बोलता हूँ कि इसके ऊपर मुझे पावर बीआई में रिपोर्ट बना के दो, so that I can analyze my business. तो उसको क्या करना पड़ेगा, पावर बीआई के अंदर एक्सेल को ओपन करना पड़ेगा, राइट. पावर बीआई के अंदर उनको एक्सेल का डेटा ऐड करना पड़ेगा, एंड देन दे विल क्रिएट द चार्ट बिकॉज डेटा इज स्टोर्ड इन एक्सेल. सो आपको सिर्फ उतना ही नॉलेज चाहिए कि आपको एक्सेल से डेटा कैसे रिट्राइव करना है इनसाइड पावर बीआई, वो मैं सिखाऊंगा. सेम वे में सपोज मेरी कंपनी बड़ी हो जाती है, राइट, और मुझे डेटा सिक्योरिटी का, बिकॉज एक्सेल में डेटा इज नॉट सिक्योर, एनीवन कैन ओपन एक्सेल, एनीवन कैन कॉपी माय एक्सेल फाइल्स और एनीवन कैन डिलीट माय एक्सेल फाइल. सपोज माय कंपनी ग्रोस एंड नाउ I want more security, so I'll shift my data from Excel into SQL. तो अभी SQL डेटा है, तो आपको वही काम करना है, SQL से डेटा लेके आना है और पावर बीआई में उसको विजुअल क्रिएट करना है. सो ये भी कैसे करना है ये भी मैं सिखाऊंगा. सो बेसिकली यही दो ही चीज रिक्वायर्ड है एक्सेल का एंड SQL का, दैट हाउ टू कनेक्ट एक्सेल एंड SQL इनसाइड पावर बीआई. बाकी चीजों का रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है, लेकिन फिर भी एक दो क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं इधर उधर का. वो क्या क्वेश्चन हो गया, आई हैव अ इंटरव्यू का ई बुक, आई विल बी शेयरिंग द ग्रुप, यू कैन रीड फ्रॉम देयर. ठीक है.
Okay.
Anyone else have any doubt? Parab, thanks. SQL is also pronounced as SQL. Yes, SQL, SQL, both are same. Sir, if we place password on workbook and make password on it, then Excel file can be read only. Sir, if you place password on workbook and make password on if नहीं, या हम लोग उसको password डालना पड़ेगा in Excel. So whenever you bring that password वाला Excel file inside Power BI, so there it will ask for to enter the password, or else you need to remove the password before entering it into it. Okay, let's go ahead then. Let's try to cover maximum thing today. So what are the different job roles you'll get if you learn Power BI? Only Power BI. Suppose मुझे सिर्फ Power BI आता है, I don't know anything else. I just know Power BI. So where I can apply? So I can apply as a Power BI developer. I can apply as a Power BI data developer, Power BI specialist, Power BI analyst, Power BI administrator, Power BI manager, Power BI technical lead, Power BI consultant. So these are the different job roles. Company to company, कुछ skills will get added, कुछ skills will get removed. Basically, a lot of companies will only ask for Power BI. That's it. इतना ही आता है, ठीक है. But there will be few company who will ask Power BI plus Excel भी आना चाहिए, Power BI plus Excel plus SQL भी आना चाहिए, SQL भी आना चाहिए. So they will ask these questions. So that's it. इसके अलावा ज्यादा कुछ नहीं लगेगा if you are looking for only Power BI का job, and you can apply anywhere wherever you see Power BI. Okay. Suppose I don't want to go as Power BI, or else suppose I am good with Power BI, right? I have around 1 or 2 years of experience in Power BI. Now I want to grow more. I want more salary package, or I want more bigger designation in the company. Then what should I do? Then you have three options now. One is either you can become data analyst, or you can become business analyst, or you can become Power Platform developer. Okay. How to become data analyst, or who should become data analyst? Who should become business analyst? Who should become Power Platform developer? Suppose I'm very good in coding. I'm a technical person and I'm very good in coding. So I can become data analyst. I'm a non-technical person. मुझे coding से नफरत है, right? So if I'm a non-coder, so I can become business analyst. If I like थोड़ा बहुत coding, not much, दूर का रिश्ता अच्छा है, right? I don't want to get married. I just want girlfriend. Sorry for this bad example. तो इस case में, suppose you know only semi-code, right? So you can become Power Platform developer. Okay. So अभी technical coding में data analyst में what things you require to know? You need to know Power BI, of course. You need to know Excel, advanced Excel, not Excel, advanced Excel. You need to know advanced SQL, advanced of SQL. You should know Python and other requirement which company have. ये चार तो basic है. उसके अलावा if you have other stuff, you know other stuff, you can become data analyst. Okay. At least you can try to for that position. What things you require to become a business analyst? You require Power BI, of course. Along with Power BI, you require domain knowledge. So what do you mean by domain knowledge? Domain knowledge matlab, suppose the company is insurance company, so I should know everything about insurance, term insurance, medical insurance, accident insurance, हर एक term, हर एक चीज मुझे आना चाहिए. That means I have a proper domain knowledge. Now I can become business analyst in that insurance company. Suppose the company is finance company, I should know everything about finance. Suppose that company is a banking company, I should know everything about banking. So that is what business analyst is. There are different companies who have more expectations. Like they will ask MBA का degree भी होना चाहिए, team handling भी आना चाहिए वगैरह वगैरह, but these two are basic things. How I can become Power Platform developer? So if I know Power BI, I know paginated reports, I know Power Apps, I know Power Automate, if I know Power Virtual Agent, if I know SharePoint, Dataverse, बहुत सारी चीजें हैं. If you know all this thing, you can become Power Platform developer. So Power Platform developer is a new position which is launched by Microsoft, and all these are Microsoft product. If you know all this Microsoft product, you can become Power Platform developer. Okay. So this is the play. This is what different position or different job roles is, which you can go, which you can switch your career if you wanted to, if you know Power BI and different stuff. Let's understand how to use Power BI. ठीक है, ये काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है. यहाँ से हमारा Power BI का एक्चुअल टॉपिक स्टार्ट होता है, राइट? सो आई वांट यू टू पे अटेंशन. इसके पहले का अगर आपने भूल भी दिया चलेगा, बट फ्रॉम हियर आई वांट यू टू पे प्रॉपर अटेंशन. So we use Power BI in this three ways to use Power BI. First way is Power BI Desktop. What is Power BI Desktop? Power BI Desktop is a software, or we can say it is a tool basically which we install from Microsoft Store. तो इसको कैसे इंस्टॉल करना, I'll teach you now. So you need to go to Microsoft Store or Google or anywhere, and वहां पर आपको सर्च करना है Power BI Desktop. Okay, वहां पर आपको मिलेगा. You need to download from there and you can start using it. So Power BI Desktop is a downloadable tool, we can say, जो हम लोग हमारे डेस्कटॉप के ऊपर डाउनलोड करके we can work on it. Okay, what is the use of it? Basically, सबसे पहले it is an offline tool. It does not require online connection. So it is an offline tool first. Second thing is, here you can extract the data. Here you can transform the data. That means you can clean the data. Here you can load the data. Means what? It can perform ETL operation. Okay. Along with that, it can perform data modeling. That means relationship वगैरह create करना. It can help you to create reports. So you can create report over here. So it can perform all this thing over here. ठीक है. तो basically you can convert your data into reports inside Power BI Desktop, and it is absolutely free. Any doubt in this? No?
No, all clear.
Okay. We'll see in a minute how to install. First ये तीनों खत्म करते हैं. Then second thing, we have Power BI service. So अभी suppose होता क्या है कि suppose I've created a report, but I have created the report in Power BI Desktop, and where Power BI Desktop I have installed? I've installed Power BI Desktop in my local laptop or computer. भगवान ना करे कल को suppose मेरा laptop got hanged or it got corrupted or it got मर गया, वो कुछ भी हो गया उसमें, so my report will get खत्म हो जाएगा. I can't, there is no source of retrieving that information back. तो उस situation में what we do is we create the report and we publish our report into Power BI service, and Power BI service is a cloud platform, so it will be there on cloud. Suppose for example I have created the report and now I am on vacation, और कंपनी को अचानक से याद आ गया कि they require a report. ठीक है. So they are calling me, and but I am on a vacation, I don't have my laptop, but I have my report in Power BI service. So from anywhere I can log in into my Power BI service account and I can share the report with the client within a second. So this is what Power BI service is. The first thing of Power BI service is to store your report. It is a platform to store all your work. ठीक है. Report को हम लोग store कर सकते हैं. Second thing of using Power BI service is here you can share your report. So अगर आपको share करना है, if you want to share your report with a client, you should require Power BI service. You can't share with Power BI Desktop. You require Power BI service. ठीक है. And third thing is here you can set up securities, refresh, etc. तो आप अपने डेटा के ऊपर securities setup कर सकते हो. You can set up refresh setups inside Power BI service. So it is very important tool for, एक बार report create हो गया तो उसके आगे का operation के लिए it is very important. Once you create the report, how to share the report, whom to share the report, right? उसमें कुछ security डालना है नहीं डालना है. All these things can be achieved by using Power BI service. And last but not least, we have Power BI Mobile. As by the name it says, it is a mobile application which you download from your App Store or Google Play Store, and you need to log in with the same email ID which you log in from Power BI service, and you will see your reports over here. So it means it is only for viewing purpose. That's it. You can't do anything in Power BI Mobile. You can't share your work with anyone else. You can't put security feature, you can't refresh anything. You can just see your report inside mobile view. That is the purpose of Power BI mobile. Okay, so Power BI desktop is a tool which you download, which you install in your local desktop and you work. Power BI service is a cloud platform, online, and Power BI service is a Power BI mobile is an application which you download in your mobile phone. Okay, in Power BI desktop you can create reports. In Power BI service you can share the reports, and in Power BI mobile you can view the report. Power BI service में भी देख सकते हैं. Like for example, I think Power BI mobile is something exaggerated thing. It is of no use. It is just for hi-fi stuff. But इसका use कहाँ पे आता है? Like we don't use it. Developers does not use this Power BI mobile unless and until बहुत emergency situation आ जाता है. But Power BI mobile is used by the high authorized people like CEO, founder, investor, because they don't have time to open the laptop and see their work in Power BI service. तो लोग मोबाइल के अंदर रिपोर्ट देख सकते हैं by using Power BI mobile. Okay, that is what Power BI mobile is. अभी Power BI सर्विस और Power BI मोबाइल में आपको सिर्फ एक चीज का रिक्वायरमेंट है, that is you require work email address. Work email address. Okay, work email address मतलब क्या? @yourcompany.com. That is called work email address. Student ID और Gmail ID, Yahoo ID, Outlook ID यहाँ पे वर्क नहीं करता. You require work email address. But don't worry, I know maximum people don't have work email address, and even if you guys have work email address, वो आपके कंपनी का होगा, right? Which you can't create, which you can't use for Power BI. So I'll show you how to convert your Outlook account into work email address. Okay, but for that you require Outlook account. So I want everyone to create an Outlook account. If you don't have, create it now, right? And we don't require email address for Power BI desktop. We require for Power BI service. So we require this work email address after maybe 15th or 20th day. उस टाइम पे लगेगा, अभी जल्दी रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है, तो you can create आराम से. So these are the 3 ways to use Power BI. Any doubt in this? No? Okay, let's see how to install Power BI. So सबसे पहले, if you have Windows 11, it's very easy. You can go to, हाँ, एक चीज रह गया. What is the prerequisite or what is the requirement of using Power BI desktop? The requirement is you can use Power BI desktop only in Windows OS. सिर्फ Windows के अंदर ही Power BI desktop काम करता है. It is not working in MacBook. It is not working in Android. Right? So Microsoft have created an environment that it is only working in Microsoft Windows. That's it, nowhere else. So you require Windows laptop, or if you are using MacBook, then you need to install one software, that is parallel software. And inside parallel software, you can install Windows, and inside Windows, you can install Power BI desktop. Okay, but if you're using Windows, to chalega. So if you're having Windows 11, so you need to go to your store, Microsoft Store. You'll have the store. If you're not having the store, then you can search your store in your search bar. तो ये Microsoft का store आ जाएगा. Here you need to look for Power BI. You can install Power BI from Google also, but I'll recommend never install from website. Why? Because every month Power BI gets updated, and if you have installed from website, so every time you need to uninstall it, and every month you need to install it again, which is a lengthy process, right? So what we will do is we'll install from Microsoft Store. So go to your store, and यहाँ पर you need to search Power BI desktop. पूरा Power BI desktop. Don't search Power BI, search Power BI desktop. So this is the first thing which will come on your screen. Power BI desktop, which is having 4.6 ratings. 3K rating है, 4.6 average है. If you scroll down, it is of I guess 2.3 GB. So you need to install this one. ठीक है, कभी भी इंस्टॉल करो चलेगा. I've already installed. There are no steps. Installation का कुछ step नहीं है. You just need to click on install button and it will automatically get installed. Okay, and yeah, कल हम लोग देखेंगे how to use it.